My babies, and welcome back to another video. It's your girl Virgo Garden. If you don't know, now you know. Anything you need to know about little old me will be down below in the description box. You do not have to be a Virgo to watch this video. Hi my babies, hi. We about to go ahead and get part 2 running and done, honey. Okay, I hope everyone's doing well and swell. So we about to go ahead and jump into part 2 of how a damaged inner child affects your adulthood. But before we do, please do remember, until September 23rd, I am taking $10 birthday forecast readings so you can know how your next year is going to go, what you're going to face, and what it is you're going to come up against and need to be focusing on. And as well, until the end of September, when you enter the code I love VG in all caps, you will get 33% off everything FAB Boutique, Virgo Garden, and Queen Alchemy. Make sure you take advantage of it. So y'all, we're going to go ahead and jump back into this. We're going to move on to the next sibling, okay? Because as y'all can see, part 1 was a doozy, okay? Part 1 was a doozy. So sibling number 2, we're going to go ahead and talk about my brother that has the same birthday as Michael Jackson, that we're going to nickname Mike. So he is my second oldest. Well, first off, he's my oldest brother. He's my second sibling on my dad's side, but he's my oldest brother. And so he's my third oldest sibling. And like I told y'all, if you go listen to the Sunday Mimosa, I didn't grow up around my dad's kids. So I hadn't met none of my siblings, and I'm 16 years old, yet I got pictures of them. I know people that go to my school that know them from their neighborhood, because we lived in 2 different neighborhoods, but we literally stayed like 7 minutes apart majority of my life. Well, a big part of my childhood. So, just so happened, me and my mom had went to a grocery store out here. I know everybody doesn't have one, but a grocery store out here called Food Line. And we just so happened to go to a different one I had never been in before. When I say it won't none but God, okay? We're in line. And the food line that we went to is kind of close to their house. Because there's another one that we could have went to, but where we was at, it was closer for us to go to that one. And we're literally in line. And I see this guy pushing carts in. And my mom said, "There go your brother." I said, "What?" Mind you, I'm 16 years old. Like, my whole life, I've been waiting, damn near my whole life, I've been waiting to meet them. So I'm super excited and shit. And I'm just looking at him and I'm in awe. And I was like, I want to go say hi. Because he knew about me, but he hadn't met me yet. But my pops had told him about me. And she was like, if that's what's on your heart to do, go say hi, Nina. Okay? So I walk up to him. I was like, excuse me. And he's looking at me at first like, who's this cute girl? Then he started looking at me like, you look familiar. And I was like, is your name, Mike? And he was like, yeah. And my brother, y'all, we are once again complete opposites. He is the complete opposite type of Virgo from how I am. My brother, I love him dearly, okay? But he's boring, all right? He's boring. He's one of them dry Virgos, basically, okay? One of them nervous all the time, nerdy dry Virgos. So I asked him what's his name, Mike, and he was like, yeah. And then he looks down at his name tag to read his name tag, and he points out, and he was like, yeah, I'm Mike. He was like, you look familiar. I said, I do? And he was like, yeah. I was like, probably because I am. And I was like, who do I look like that you know? And he was thinking, and he was thinking, and he was thinking. And I was like, I don't look like Bambi to you, which is our oldest sister. And I think it started clicking a little bit, but it didn't click all the way. So I was like, I'm your little sister. This man almost passed out, y'all. I had to catch him from hitting the floor. He almost passed out. I was like, oh my God, like, you're at work. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. So we ended up exchanging phone numbers. He was excited to meet me. He was nervous. He didn't know what to do. So he ended up coming to see me when he got off work that night. And we actually started forming a bond. Like, we was sitting there talking for like about 2 hours before his phone rang. And when his phone rang, it was my pops. When I say my pops was heated, he was like, where you at? You supposed to be home. He was like, I met Nina today and I'm at her house. Oh, my pops was heated. He fussed him out. He did not like it at all. And ever since then, me and my brothers, our bond, our relationship, like, it has not been the same since the first night I met him. We have been very distant from each other because this particular sibling, out of all of my siblings, is definitely the goody two-shoe through and through. Like, I'm a goody two-shoe when it comes to certain things. I have another sibling that's a goody two-shoe when it comes to certain things. You know, another one that's a goody two-shoe when it comes to certain things. But Mike, he is the golden child for being a goody two-shoe, okay? Like, he doesn't do anything wrong, y'all. Like, he really doesn't. My poor brother, he's so naive to life. Doesn't do anything wrong. Like, things he's learning that he learned in his 20s and his early 30s, is shit I was learning at 14, 15, 16 about life. Like, bro, I had it rough compared to you. So, yeah. So, my pop say, don't go near her. That's what he did. He ain't come near me. So, once again, same college. Okay, this college is a community college, y'all. So, a lot of people here go there to get a start or whatever, get a few classes in. So, I was once again very close to graduating. I think I was in my last semester of graduating. And they have different campuses out here in different cities. And I think I went to like maybe 3 out of the 5 that they got out here. And I was going to one in Virginia Beach. And that is a hell of a bus ride, okay? It is 3 hours one way, bruh. I think 3 buses and a train, bruh. Like, it's 3 hours one way. So I'm going to class. I'm literally on public transportation 6 hours out of my day, in class for an hour and a half. I'm going all day. Okay? But I was also taking night classes. So in the daytime, I didn't mind. But at night, I'm like, bro, how I'm going to get home? Just so happened, my brother had some classes because he went to, which college is it? VCU. So he was trying to get some extra classes in for his job so he could qualify for a promotion. So just so happened, the college I went to, they offered the classes that he needed. And just so happened, we had classes on the same day. So my pops found out. He gave me a ride a couple times. He was like, yo, your brother goes here. He was like, I'm going to just start getting your brother to give you a ride home. So that's what he started doing. So this was probably the most time I really got to spend around my brother, was when he was giving me rides home. I mean, it wasn't that often. It was probably like once a week. And it was only for like a month. All honesty. It was only for like a month. I remember the last time I was in the car with my brother and he was giving me a ride home. We had this conversation. And when I say that conversation changed how I looked at my brother, it changed how I looked at my pops. And it incited a lot of anger in me. Because if you listen to the Sunday in Mimosa, and like I said, I spoke about it before in another Sunday in Mimosa called Unable versus Unwilling. I speak about how I got here, which is not the orthodox way, okay? Let's be honest. I didn't ask for this. I got thrown into this, and I got to deal with my parents' shit. Then I got to take on everybody's anger about the situation, or everybody's judgment or feelings about the situation, as if I asked to be here and be created the way I was created. But I do believe God makes no mistakes, and I do believe that God picks your parents for you. And I had to be made by these two people. So how I got here is how I got here. I'm here. I can't go back up the pussy, nor do I want to. Okay? Nor do I want to. So it seems like at that point in time in my life, as I'm getting to know my father's family, I have to hear everybody's opinions and everybody's feelings. And I felt like I really couldn't say nothing. So my brother comes out his mouth. And by the way, this particular brother is extremely close to his mother. His mother, who known about me since I was 14, and we have not met yet. Stalked me at my grandma's funeral, but we have not met yet. Like I said, he's extremely close to his mama, so his loyalty is to his mama above everybody else. So somehow we get into a conversation and this man tells me he don't feel like he should have to come to my house and be respectful. It took me a minute to figure out exactly what the fuck he was talking about, okay? Then I realized he's saying he don't feel like he gotta come to my house and be respectful towards my mama. You got me fucked up. Because you definitely don't want me to disrespect your mama. Because I'm going to disrespect her to the highest of heights of disrespect. For some of the shit she done said out her mouth. My mama ain't ever said nothing disrespectful out her mouth about your mama, about any of y'all. My daddy, but yeah, okay, you know. But I mean, shit. Growth. But my mama ain't ever came out the mouth crazy. And my mama has actually told me multiple times how she is sorry that she caused his family pain. But do understand, she did not know the circumstances. Y'all excuse Marley moving in the background. But she did not know the circumstances, though, of his situation until I was 8 years old. And by then it's too late. I'm already here and I'm 8 years old, you know? So, yeah, that pissed me off, bro. And that definitely put a divider in between us for sure. Because if we talking about battles of the mama, this shit ain't never gonna be right. Because I'm gonna stand with my mama and you gonna stand with yours. And that's just what it is. So, yeah, definitely won't fucking with my brother like that after that. I definitely was looking at him sideways and I didn't feel the need to want to be around him that often because I realized his mindset is fucked up because my pops is still lying and leaving shit out and exaggerating on certain things and throwing extra sauce on shit. So, I mean, you're being manipulated. How can you possibly know the truth? My pops keep forgetting I was there. I was a child, but I was there. I remember certain shit. So, I mean, my brother will pop up every once in a while. I remember one time my siblings came to see me one Christmas, and that's probably one of my favorite memories with them. And this was a point in time where I used to, in order to keep people out the kitchen while I'm cooking, I had to make something to give them something to nibble on to keep them out the kitchen. And I start my cooking the night before. So I was making like all my meats and my sweet potato pies and stuff like that. So in order to keep my ex-fiance and my mama, my sister, my grandma, and out the kitchen, I made meatballs. And so that was something I had started doing. I would make meatballs because they smelling all this good food. They want to eat even though they ain't time to eat. So, here goes some meatballs. So my siblings came over to see me. It was a surprise. And I just so happened to be up and I was just so happened to finish making the meatballs. So they bought me a gift. And I gave them some of my meatballs so they could try it. And oh, they loved it, honey. Okay, they were tearing the meatballs up. But they bought me a Bible, which I was insulted by. Because I'm like, oh, you trying to say I need God in my life? You don't know me like that. Okay, but at that point in time, I definitely did need God in my life. I'm not going to lie. And they also made me this photo album, which I actually still have. Surprisingly, because it's been a few times I done ripped a few pictures out and destroyed them. But that's neither here nor there. Okay? I said I'm healing. I'm working on it, people. We getting better, okay? So they bought me this photo album, different pictures of events and stuff that happened in their life. And it was pretty cool. You know, at the point in time, I thought it was pretty cool. But, I mean, y'all, I just remembered something else that happened. So I had to write something down. But, trust me when I say this is definitely deep for me. And this is definitely doing a lot of uprooting and healing that I needed. So let's move on, y'all. Like I said, I will talk to him, see him every once in a while. I remember one time he took me out to brunch. That's probably my favorite memory with my brother. Other than when he came to see me the day that we met, the night that we met. That's definitely my favorite one. But we went out to brunch, and that was pretty dope. Because it was just me and him. We went to a whole nother city that's a little whiles away. Like, this is something he actually picked. He was like, what you like to eat? Chicken and waffles, baby. Okay, chicken and waffle me. I don't want the pancakes. I want chicken and waffles. Okay, I'm a chicken and waffle type girl. All right? So he found a spot. And I also love mimosas. So he found a spot that made chicken and waffles and mimosas. And boy, like I told y'all, my brother, a goody. Okay? He a lightweight. I don't know what that bartender was putting in the mimosas, but them shits was strong. Okay? I had me about 2-3 of them. Them shits was strong. Now, my brother forgetting he got the drive. Alright? And he a lightweight. We 45 minutes away from my house. This man had one mimosa. He was drunk. I said, Lord have mercy. I drank some water, eat some bread. We're going to sit here till you get your shit together. Because I know you don't want me to drive your car, but in order for me to get home, if I got to drive, I will. You're going to sit your ass in this passenger seat. I done did it before. I took somebody's car keys from them and told them to get their ass in there. I sure have. You ain't about to kill me. Okay? Shoot. But we definitely had a good time at the brunch and stuff. I do remember it was like 2018. Him and my pops. Matter of fact, that's probably the last time I saw him. Him and my pops came and got me. And we were supposed to go to the movies, but I ended up having to do a podcast interview because I was dropping a song that I was featured on with somebody, and I had to promote the song. So, I mean, shorty had to work. So, we went out to eat at Red Robin's. We had a good time and stuff, but it was still awkward. Like, it's always awkward around my siblings, bruh. Like, far as my pops kids. It's, like, always awkward, but when I got jumped and stabbed last year, he did check up on me, but he wasn't there. And I'm going to say, now looking at it, you know, from an outside perspective and not just Nina's hurt and Nina's pain and what Nina has gone through and, you know, my pain perspective, he was there for me in a way that he could be there for me the way that he knows how to. He checked on me. He could have not checked on me at all. Okay, so he did check on me, but at that point in time, last year, probably up to a few hours ago, that wasn't good enough for me. You checked on me one time, but at least he did that. Because there was some people that heard about it, ain't checked on me, ain't asked was I good, nothing. So last year, we had a falling out because I felt insulted because he said he wants me to be successful. And I single-handedly have had more success than all of my siblings combined. I was insulted as hell. But once again, looking at it from my perspective of pain and hurt, I didn't get it. I didn't get that he was saying, Nina, I want more for you. I'm looking at it like you saying, like, I'm not doing nothing with my life. And I'm like, I'm doing so much shit, bro. How can you say you want success for me? I already done had success. But it wasn't his type of success. And that's where we weren't seeing eye to eye. So I did send him a message and explain to him. But it was not in the best fashion. I definitely had a nasty ass attitude. So as I was doing this, and, you know, I'm like, what the fuck did me and my brother fall out about? Because I do remember we definitely fell out. Now, my other brother, I can't say that we fell out. We just ain't speaking. I got to go back and look, though. But I had to go back and look to see why me and this particular brother fell out. And like I said, last year I was traumatized. And I was stuck in my hurt and I was stuck in my pain. I didn't realize how toxic I had became. To be quite honest with you. I went through hell, yo. And even though I was vlogging a lot, I still ain't captured everything I went through. And if I did, I guarantee you I would make y'all cry a lot. If y'all seen every fucking thing I went through last year and how much disrespect and violations and just so many other things and just nastiness I had to deal with. I was the fuck over people that say they love me, but they won't fucking there for sure. But nobody knew everything I was going through. But I'm like, y'all knew I was homeless though. So what the fuck? Like I said, I was stuck in my hurt and I was stuck in my pain though. So I gave a lot of people hell that I love and care for, and that love and care for me. I had no patience, and I felt like everybody was against me because of what I went through. And I was so hurt. And especially getting jumped by 4 people and stabbed. Like, bro, I ain't know who the fuck was who. I ain't know who was on my side, who was against me, who riding the fence. I ain't know. I'm still figuring that part out. Still working on my trauma from that situation. But I ain't know who was who. So everybody was catching it last year. I know certain people like Nina went off on me last year. Nina went off on every fucking body last year, including herself. Shit. When I say the growth is real though, honey, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm trying to tell you. So, like I said, it wasn't until I was sitting down doing this and I'm like, what the fuck did we fall out about? So now I gotta go back dig through messages. I go digging through messages And I realized I sent my brother that nasty message when I was hurt about what he said about how he want me to be successful. And even after I sent him that nasty message, he said, "You have my phone number. You can call me whenever you're ready." Yeah. So I tried to make amends, but I was irritated because I'm like, I'm always extending myself, but y'all don't do the same for me. How about you call me? So I was irritated. I'm like, went off on him again. And then like a month went by and I ran into this guy who gave me these free passes for salsa classes. Because my brother does salsa and we supposed to be going out and he's supposed to be teaching me how to salsa. And we haven't done that yet. So I sent him the picture of it and he was like, well, we need to have a conversation about our last conversation before we start hanging out again. First off, when were we really hanging out, sir? But okay, you know, I was in the wrong, y'all. I was in the wrong. Okay, I was in the wrong. I was in the wrong. But I was over it. I'm like, oh, you want me to kiss your ass? And that comes from the shit my pops take me through. My pops treat me like shit, and then in order for him to come back in my life, I gotta kiss his ass. So that's what I'm learning. I'm learning how to work on and heal from. So I don't be attracting in them type of people. But like I said last year, I ain't know who was who. Thought my brother was trying to fucking play me. So I sent him a picture of the passes in the trash can. I sure did. Threw them bitches right in the trash can, took a picture and sent it to him. Going back tonight, reading everything, I'm like, damn, Nina, that shit was you, bro. Your brother said he wants you to be successful, and you took that shit the wrong way, bro. That shit was you. So I hit my brother up tonight, and I apologize. I ain't put no but in the explanation or nothing like that. I just straight apologized, like, yo, I was wrong. I was stuck in a place of hurt and trauma. You ain't deserve that. Period, poo. So that's pretty much my brother Mike and how things went with him. We shall see how this turns out. I mean, I don't necessarily expect everything to be, you know, peaches and cream, unicorns and rainbows, all fine and dandy. Because like I said, even though you have gone through a traumatic experience, you have PTSD and you're going through certain things, when you do come up out of that cycle, everybody does not have to grant you grace and they don't have to understand. But long as you grant yourself grace and long as you understand, that's the part that matters most, boo. Alright, y'all, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the next sibling. Like I said, the brothers ain't really giving me too much kickback, okay? This probably going to end up being a part 3 because I'm trying to tell you, when we get to Bambi, that shit going to be just as long as Ree, okay? I already know. So let's go ahead and talk about my next brother, my twin, who is 5 months older than me. His mama and my mama was pregnant at the same time, okay? I met my twin a month before my 18th birthday. And my pops told me after we met, because he brought him to my crib. My pops told me after we met, my brother told him when they was leaving, he was like, I'm glad you introduced me to her because I would have tried to holler at her. I was like, Lord. So yes, my brother is a very attractive person though. Like, that's why I call him my twin, because that's my twin. Like, for real, that's my twin. So we met a month before my 18th birthday. And the sad thing is, when it comes to my twin, we never really spent any time together. Like, compared with the other siblings, I spent way more time with them than with him. But I always knew people, like, growing up and in school that knew my brother. Because I used to walk around with a picture. You know, back in the day, high school, you decorate your little binder and whatnot. So I would have pictures of people on my binder. And I had a picture of my Pop's kids on my binder. And people were like, oh, I know that person. I know that one. I know Bambi. Oh, I know Mike. Oh, I know my twin. And I'll be like, how the fuck you know them? And they tell me, oh, I play basketball with them out this neighborhood, or this, that, and the third, or I play football or karate or track or whatever, because my siblings was into sports. I wanted to get into sports, but that didn't happen. That's another story, though. So it's kind of irritating growing up and hearing that people know your sibling that you haven't met yet and that you would really love to meet, and these people have experiences and memories with them already. So yeah, that definitely made me feel like an outcast, for sure. So I remember we was in high school and it was our senior year, because we in the same grade. And my brother was failing a class. He had a D in the class. And my pops already told me he was going to buy him a car. But I'm like, you see me trying though, and you don't want to buy me one. My brother pulled his D up to a C before Christmas. My pops went and bought him his dream car. Didn't buy nobody else a dream car. Didn't even get me a car at all. He went and bought this boy a fucking Mustang. I was like, wow. Because he brought his grade up from a D to a C. I guarantee you my pop's favorite kids is my twin and Bambi. Bambi's definitely his favorite. So that caused a strain on me and my father's relationship, because in order for him to buy me a car, he told me I had to graduate from high school, complete a year of college, and not get pregnant during that entire time. And because I dropped out, he said that's why he didn't get me a car. He wasn't going to get me a fucking car anyway, bro. He is manipulative, and he loves to make me jump through hoops. And that is the type of man I kept attracting in. So, like I said, we never really kicked it around each other for real. But the apartment that I moved from last year, it was another apartment complex right next to it. My brother used to party over there in the next court all the fucking time. And he would get so drunk sometimes that he would pass out in the people's living room and he couldn't even drive home. So he would come see me the next AM and just hit me up randomly. Hey sis, what you doing? I'm in the next court. Can I come see you? He only did it twice. But I'm like, this is your way of coming to see me after you wake up from a drunk night of partying? Brother, get it together. I used to be on his ass. Like, he'd be telling me, sis, I want you to be successful and I want this for you and I want that for you. I want you to get your shit together, stop hoeing and stop getting drunk. Like, what you mean? So they're giving me speeches. I need to be giving you more speeches, okay? But, I mean, at first, y'all, I thought it was sweet. I'm like, oh, my brother coming to see me, I feel special. Because, I mean, my twin don't never come to see me. My other siblings, they'll randomly come see me. He never comes to see me, okay? And then I realized the only reason why you coming to see me is because you woke up drunk. Like, you ain't think to come see me before you went. You ain't think to come see me even when you're not over there. That would make me feel more special. But sometimes you got to take what you can get from a person because that's all they can give you, okay? So like I said, y'all, we never really had a relationship or whatever. I do remember one time he did come see me. I think it was around my birthday. It was one of them times he was drunk. He woke up the next morning. And he took me to Burger King for breakfast. And we just having a conversation. And he was asking me about like the direction I want my life to go in. And he was actually the one that asked me when the last time I've been on a vacation. He asked me this years ago. I still don't fucking know. I used to go out of town all the time, but I was going out of town for work. I still don't fucking know the last time I've been on a vacation, y'all. If I even been on one, okay? But, that was really special to me, though, that he came to me to Burger King and stuff, and we kicked it for a little bit. But we never really had a relationship, like I said, and I would only see him once every few years at this point, okay? When he would come with someone, sometimes he would come with someone to come see me or come with someone to come pick me up. And that's when I would see him. And we end up having a conversation. Ask him who's the new hoe that he messing with. And brother always got a, okay, my brother always. Now the other one, no, he's naive. He's sensitive. This and the third. It's nothing wrong with that brother. But my twin though, oh, my twin out there. He always got a bitch. Okay. I remember I met one of his girlfriends. I'm like, oh, she not gonna last. She's too nice. And my twin is a sweetheart. He is a gentleman, but he is a Taurus. And I know what comes with fucking Tauruses. Okay, he got a lot of my Libra daddy in him. All right? Lion, hoe, and okay. Got a lot of my Libra daddy in him. And my brother a pilot too. A black pilot. And he young. Oh, these hoes all on my twin though. All on my twin. Trying to get that pilot check. Nope, bitch. She ain't giving it to you. Okay? He ain't giving it to you. So, yeah, I just knew that girl wasn't going to last, though. But, I mean, he would come see me, like I said, every once in a while. But my brother stayed with a girl, though. He always got some pussy nearby. Know that, okay? Know that. So last year when I got jumped and stabbed, he did check on me, but I haven't heard from him since. Okay. I didn't go to look back to see what happened with that and why our connection stopped. But like I said, if people aren't showing up and checking on me last year, I just took it as you just don't fuck with me altogether. Cause I was going through so much shit. I didn't even capture it. Like I said, all of it in the vlogs and stuff. Like, the shit got really, really rough, and the shit got really, really bad, and I really just needed to know I had somebody in my corner, someone, like, I have people tell me, oh, Nina, you could come over here, you know, take a shower or eat, you want to take a nap, you come over here, just kick it, get your mind off stuff, you know, you could bring Marley, this, that, and the third, but, like, I was really just in a space where, like, yo, don't nobody fuck with me like that. Like, I was healing from so much stuff. I was getting triggered left and right. They was throwing stuff at me that I needed to heal from, that I was suppressing. I completely forgot about. Like I said, I'm grateful for my journey. It definitely helped me a lot with my growth. But my brother, though, my twin, I gotta get that to him. He's always encouraging me and always wanting me to be successful. But sometimes, bruh, just saying it every once in a while isn't enough. You gotta really show up for somebody, especially when they really need you. So, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and conclude this. We're gonna have to make a part 3. I will give y'all the entire conclusion to everything in part 3 when we do my sister Bambi. And oh, the shit is good. Okay? Gracious, my sisters. I love them, but they done took me through some shit. But, alright, babies, I'm your girl, Virgo Garden. If you didn't know that shit, I bet you know that shit now. How to follow me, how to book me, and how to get my wonderful, beautiful, amazing products that you all love so much will be down below in the description box. I love you, babies. Listen, it is okay to be yourself. You don't have to bend. You don't have to compromise to make somebody else happy or to make someone accept you and to be loved. That is something I can definitely say I've learned from the things I've been through with my siblings. Because with my sister I grew up with, I always naturally been myself. But when I get around my siblings, you know, my pop's kids, I always be withdrawn and be an introvert because I know they heard all these bad stories about me and that's all they got to go off of is my pops. And they act like everything he say out his mouth is the fucking holy grail or something. It's irritating, bro. It's irritating. I'm like, he be lying. But you shouldn't have to fight to feel accepted and loved by someone. That's why I posted yesterday. Don't be seeking other people's validation. Validate yourself. So let this be a lesson moving forward. I don't care who it is. Family, lover, children, boss, the president, whoever. Everyone but your higher ups, gosh darn it. You do not have to fight to be loved and accepted by nobody. Because the love that's really worth it is the ones that want to be there. Not need to be. The ones that want to be there. The ones that put in the effort. And the ones that show up when you really need them. That is who is worthy of keeping, worthy of listening to, worthy of working things out with. But these people that's all talk and no walk, we ain't got time for it, baby. In my eyes already, it's 2024. We don't got time for it. Release your past. I've been telling y'all all last week. This is your exodus. I'm literally showing y'all in these Sunday mimosas, these couch talks, and these vlogs how to get up out this shit. Nobody said the shit would be easy. Nobody said the shit would be pretty. But please know, there's always a way out of this shit. You just gotta be strong enough. You gotta be patient. You gotta be determined. And you got to have faith. But don't ever feel like you've been buried so much by your past that there is no way out. Because long as there is higher ups, aka God, long as you wake up every day, long as you have breath in your body, there is always an opportunity to find a solution and to find a way out. Think about it. Love you, babies. Mwah.